Hey there everyone, it's Dr. Sarah Andreas. And today I want to talk to you about why you should not do a New Year's resolution. I have 3 reasons why you shouldn't and a suggestion for what you should do instead. The third reason, we're going to start from the bottom. The third reason for not doing a New Year's resolution is that most of the time we pick New Year's resolutions, things that we hate and things that we would never want to do. If we would have wanted to start exercising, we would have started back in June. But we didn't. And we think that by waiting until January and setting a New Year's resolution, we're going to start exercising. And we don't. So there's no reason to set a New Year's resolution for something that you're absolutely going to hate to do. Because of reason number 2, not to set a New Year's resolution, is the fact that 80% of people who set New Year's resolutions fail by February. So basically what we have done is made failure acceptable socially, and it sets the precedence that it's no big deal if you don't complete whatever it is that you made your New Year's resolution. And I think that's unhealthy. And that brings me to reason number 1 for you to not do a New Year's resolution. Success or failure can become habits. So if you've been setting New Year's resolution and at the beginning of the year, by February, you failed and you're like, oh, I didn't get that done, then the next time something comes up, you are okay with maybe not completing it as well because, oh, I didn't do that New Year's resolution. And even if you're not consciously thinking that, it's an underlying current. And I think that anytime you can set yourself up for success and starting the success loop versus the failure loop, you should definitely do that. All right, so what should you do instead? Well, if you've decided not to set a New Year's resolution, I still think you need to create a life plan. And basically, I love the quote from Jim Rohn. And he says, if you don't design your own life plan, chances are you're going to fall into somebody else's plan. And guess what they have planned for you? Not much. Everybody else is busy living their own lives. They don't have time to make a plan for how your life should turn out. But you should. You get to lead the most amazing project of your life. Your life. So you should definitely have a plan for that. There's a book that I read recently and it asked the question, if you were living your perfect life in 10 years, what would it look like? And I've changed it just a little bit to say, hey, if you're living your perfect life, both personally and professionally, what would that look like? And when you think about that question and you start to dream about that question and you decide, hey, my perfect life would be me and my spouse would go dancing once a month. Or in my perfect life, I would own a house where my kids could come and hang out after they got done with college. So then you take that perfect life dream and you work backwards and you say, you know what, if I want to go dancing with my spouse once a month, that means that I've got to get in better shape so I can keep up with that person on the dance floor. Then you have a reason to exercise, a reason that's bigger than a New Year's resolution. It's bigger than a one-time goal. It's a life. You have a reason to do it because it's part of your life plan. So I would encourage you over the next week, take the time to build your life plan. If you'd want to share it with me, I'd be happy to read it. I have my own life plan that I live by, and I can tell you this, having a life plan is amazing. It doesn't mean that you don't change things every once in a while, but what it does mean is that you're living a life that is the type of life that you want to live. All right, you guys, I'll talk to you next week.